Concerned about the missing paperwork, I head over and speak to Daryl, who introduces April, who might be able to help. We get a letter from an old friend who has left us a reminder of our past in the woods. April and Daryl deliver the paperwork that was missing. Jeb gets angry and gets the sheriff to throw us in jail. Good morning, everyone. It's FSG here. Yep, we're sitting in a cold cell here at the police station. I got no questions asked last night. I was literally thrown in the cell and left here. I don't know what's going on. I don't really even know what the charges are that have been levelled against me, but the sheriff said he was going to interview me in the morning. It was too late last night, so here we are. We're just waiting, and we'll see what happens. But the bottom line is, we got the paperwork. I don't know if we got it fair and square, but April turned up with it and gave it to us. Clearly Jeb wasn't happy with that, and he said something weird about that should be missing. For me, that stinks that something's going on. Oh, here comes the sheriff now. FSG, if you'd like to come with me, it's time to ask some questions. So, FSG, I'd like you to tell me where you acquired this paperwork. Well, it was given to me, but it's legitimate. It was missing and we found it. It's as simple as that. That's not why I asked, FSG. I said, who gave you the paperwork? Okay. It was April, who works in the bar across the road. Sorry, April? Not my sister, April? I don't know if she's your sister or not. She's Daryl's girlfriend. Oh, heck.
Right. You let FSG go now, before I do something you're really going to regret.
April, you need to stay out of this.
Dwight, you let him go now. I know where the paperwork came from. I got it from your apartment. You let him go, and nothing else will be said.
That's going to cause me a whole heap of trouble.
You let him go right now.
Fine. FSG, you're free to go. Okay. I am none the wiser to what happened in there. So April is the sheriff's sister. Wow. This gets crazier by the day.
Hey FSG, I'm sorry about that. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little bit confused as to what's going on, really. So the sheriff had the paperwork?
Yeah, Dwight's my little brother, and he's got himself in pretty deep with Jeb. And to be honest, I think he's pretty frightened of him. So he's playing him like a puppet at the moment. He's been keeping paperwork away from town hall, which plays into Jeb's hands, really, because if there's no paperwork, they need somebody to look after, let's say, a mine. Jeb will volunteer, and people will be none the wiser.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you, I did have my doubts. I kind of feel bad for him, though.
Don't feel bad for him. He's made his bed. He's going to have to lie in it now.
Well, thanks, April. That's twice you've bailed me out in the last couple of days now. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyway, let's go and do something interesting. I've got something to show you. Come on.
Well, here we are at OK Used on the other side of town, and look what's in the garage. She is not looking in the best of states, but it's so nice to see her again. My favourite truck from Bull's Gap. Kind of missing an engine at the moment, though. That does not look good. I mean, there's repairing an engine, but that just doesn't exist. Gonna have to do something about that. But I've heard these guys are good, so I'm going to let them crack on. Apparently Daryl and Clint dropped this down here the other night, so they know the guy here very well. Recommend him. There's 2 garages in town, and I don't think we're welcome at the other one. Anyway, the other thing I've spotted is this little beauty, and the garage owner says it's for sale. He is looking for not too much money for it either. There it is, and he's looking for 3,600 for it, which is well within our budget. So I think we might just splash the cash on that and go for it. There we go, 3,680. What it does do is it means that we don't have to harass Daryl all the time for his truck anymore. We've got our own equipment, which is fabulous. Right. Let's head back to the farm and see what's going on there. Here we are back at the yard. And what we're going to do, we are going to grab the tractor. I do believe there's a couple more contracts that need doing, so we're going to park this up here. Okay, she'll do that. I think we're out of oil at the moment. Yes, only 2 litres, so we'll let that build back up again today. So we're going to grab the tractor, we're going to look at some contracts, and we're going to pick up a couple of new bits of equipment that have been flagged to us by John at the dealership. You know, for all the hassle we've had since we've arrived here, you don't get tired of that view, do you? Look at those mountains in the background. Superb. Right. Here we are at the dealership. Let's just park up and we'll go and see John and have a look at this new bit of kit. So here we go. These are what he's got in. These 20-foot cultivators. Nice price for these, just 4,500. But they're out with our horsepower range, 140. We're only rocking about 84. So we are going to have to go for a slightly smaller one. He has got this little 13-foot Atlas Chalmers at the back, which, whilst a little bit smaller, which means we won't get through the work as much, will still do the job very nicely indeed. So we are going to buy that because, to be honest, the more equipment we've got, the better. We'll pick this up. What a steal at that price. The other thing he's got, which I don't think we'll bother getting just yet, but he's got this fantastic old John Deere planter as well. Look at that. Really nice. So we'll just bear that in mind. Nobody else is looking to buy this, so he's basically going to give us first refusal on it. But we'll just bide our time and wait until we need to use it. But really nice to see that. There it is. Looking really, really nice. Okay, let's get it hooked up. Now, I'm going to look at the contracts because I do believe there's a rather nice cultivating contract on the cards. And there it is, Field 1, $6,400, and we don't need to lease the equipment out because we have got our own equipment now. It's not big. It's going to take us a while to do this, but we've got ourselves our own equipment. So we're going to do that. There's also a fertilising job on Field 6, which is relatively small. We could do that. We've got our own fertiliser now as well. A nice harvesting job there, 9,000, but first and foremost, let's get this cultivating job done. That looks like quite a nice little job. Okay, let's get hooked up and head over there. Okay, here we are heading to the farm and field number 1. Used to be an old ranch here, but it's no longer here now. Should be right over this bridge. A bit bumpy, but not too bad. I think we just head round to the right here and we will get to the field. Now, I've got something on my mind. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous about everything that's going on here. I think it's time to stop digging stop getting involved. I am just going to keep my head down. I'm going to tend to the farm. I'm going to just write all this nonsense off and stay out of Jeb's way and the sheriff's way and just try and make myself a nice easy living. So I'm going to phone Sandy, I think, at the newspaper and say I don't want to do a story, I don't want to talk to it, it's done. I'm not interested. She can keep digging and looking for evidence. I'm done. I'm too nervous. And yeah, we'll just focus on getting ourselves back on our feet. This looks like the field. It said it was a cultivating contract, but looks like there's crop in there. Let's just check and see what's happening. So there you go, it is cotton that's been harvested. That's why it looked like a crop from a distance. We're just going to jump in and we're going to get started on this. So we will see you when we're done. It's quite a big field and we've not got a big implement, but we'll get stuck in. Right, there we go. Field done. And we can go, we'll just get to the edge of the field here and we'll call up the contract and we will collect it. So pretty pleased with that. This little cultivator is good. It's pulling slightly to the right. So it caused a few issues we had to go back over, but nothing drastic. But it looks really, really good. Very pleased with that. So let's just get to here. Let's go to our contractor. Completed. Let's collect that money. We go back here, $6,459 collected, up to $30,000 again in the bank. Very nice. So let's head back to the yard now. And I think we'll give Sandy a quick bell. I've definitely decided, a lot of time to think during that little contract there. So yeah, definitely, I'm done. I'm done with Jeb as nonsense. Some sheriff. They can do whatever they want to do, illegal, legal, whatever it is. I'm out of here. Can't be bothered with them. Right, back at the yard now. Let's just park this up. There's not really much more for us to do today. We could go and grab another contract, but if I'm being honest, that took quite a while. It's getting a little bit late on the day. I haven't been back to the cabin since I was arrested, so maybe that's something we need to go and do. Let's just go and check and see how our oil's doing. Okay, up to 1,200, nearly 1,300 litres. Not enough to worry about taking over yet, but we can jump on the bike and we will scoot back to the cabin, maybe grab some food and just put our feet up. It's been a long and kind of arduous day, so let's go and chill out for a bit. Right, back at the lake now. Let's just pull in. I'm going to give Sandy a bell now and just tell her I'm not interested in carrying on with our conversations. And then we will chill out on the porch at the front and just relax. Hey Sandy, it's FSG here. How are you doing?
FSG, I'm glad you've called. I am really excited. I think there's enough evidence that we can take it to somebody at least who maybe listen to us and maybe think about doing something about this. It's so bad, this corruption.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm calling. Listen, after being put in jail last night and kind of feel like I'm being set up most of the time, I'm not comfortable pursuing this anymore. You know, I came here to kind of get myself back onto my feet, set myself up with a little farm and just keep my head down and live an easy life. And I've had nothing but trouble since I got here, so do you know what? I'm just going to leave it.
But you can't. This is the best opportunity we've ever had. Honestly, you've got to help me. I've been on my own. Everybody else wants to bury their heads in the sand. I've been on my own for years on this. Please help me.
I'm sorry, Sandy. I'd love to. And I think Jeb's a real jerk and he's doing some pretty unsavoury stuff, but I'm just gonna let it lie. He's not hurting anybody, and in fact, I'm sure if we leave him alone, he'll just kind of carry on with what he's doing with no hassle.
Well, I suppose I've got to respect your wishes. But if you ever change your mind, you know where I am.
I do, and I'm sorry again, Sandy. So there we go. I feel bad. I do feel bad, but I've got enough on my plate. I've honestly got enough on my plate at the moment. Right. Time for some coffee.
And I see you haven't changed your number plate yet, but you've changed mine.
Yeah. Sorry. When you're setting up the map and you're waiting for stuff to happen, you do kind of get a bit bored.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it doesn't lie, does it?
No. Everybody loves FSG, right? Jeez, oh, who watches this rubbish? Whew. Anyway, I've been thinking, Ambrose's note that he left about his fortune that's somewhere in these hills. I'm kind of keen to see if we can do something with that. Can we find that? That would really help us get on our feet. If we could buy a nice big piece of land, wow, that kind of really changes things, doesn't it? I've got my bike now as well. I'm kind of free. And we've got all of this land around us, all of these trees and forests. Let's go and do a little bit of exploring. Let's go and have some fun for maybe the first time since we arrived here. Let's head up into the hills. See if we can find anything, any clues, just anything. Okay, we're in the woods here and I'm kind of just riding around. I don't think there's anything of a note here. I'd like to climb up to some of the higher peaks. I've not been up high into the hills yet, but I know there's some lovely peaks up here that go really quite high, and I bet you the views are amazing at the top of them. So we'll just keep pushing on and exploring a little bit more. There's a path. Let's follow this and see where it goes. Here we are, coming out onto one of the ridges. Oh, look at this. Wow, this bike's really, really good. What a difference compared to Daryl's truck. Ooh, I hear another antler alert, which means one of those expensive antlers is right here. Look at that. More money. More money, that's another $1,000 they can sell very well, those. But look, looks like somebody's been up here. A little bit of fire and a relax. That's awesome. I'm guessing up at the top of the peak here, the views are amazing too. What a place. In fact, we can see our farm over there. Fantastic. Just spotted something there. Just gonna see what this is. It looks like there's a little bit of a cave in here or something. Oh, I honestly thought for a second I might have found a hiding place for some of Ambrose's fortune, but not to be. Not to be. But while we're here, we'll just check over this little ridge here, make sure there's nothing sticking out as being obvious. I don't think there is, but could be interesting if we found something, couldn't it? Oh, look at the deer there as well. See that? See the deer down there? Whoa, what was that? What is going on? Well, I'm going to run for it. Stop, stop shooting, stop, stop, stop.
Stop what you're doing right now. Stop right now.
Stop shooting, please.
Ah, FSG. Didn't think I would see you up here.
Were you seriously just shooting at me? Are you kidding?
I wasn't shooting at you, son. I just saw something moving in the trees. I assumed it was elk. I'm up here hunting elk. But you need to be careful. It would be terrible if I shot you by accident, wouldn't it?
Is that a threat?
No. It's not a threat. Just be careful, yeah?
Oh, I swear this guy. Oh my goodness. I am absolutely shaking. I thought I was a goner then. Right, we're out of here. I've had enough of this. Hunting elk. Not being funny. All of the land around here, all of the forest, all of the areas he could hunt, just so happens to be here. I'm telling you, it's good old-fashioned intimidation. Wait, there's another antler. Okay, maybe this has been a worthwhile trip. Another $1,000 we can sell that for, that's awesome. Right. Other than nearly being killed, that was a worthwhile trip. No Ambrose fortune, but a couple of antler horns that can add to our bank balance. It's a worthwhile thing to have found. Right, let's head back to the road and head back to the cabin. I need a pretty strong drink after that. Oh boy. This isn't going to go away, is it? He's not going to let up until he gets what he wants. Which is either my land or Ambrose has got something on. I don't know what's going on, but I need to get to the bottom of this. I can't ignore this, can I? Hey Sandy, it's FSG. How are you doing?
Hey FSG, have you had a change of heart?
Well, let's put it this way. I've just run into Jeb in the hills. I very nearly lost my life. Apparently, he mistook me for an elk. And it's a good job he's not a very good shot. Or I wouldn't be here to tell the tale.
Ooh, that's pretty serious. But I wouldn't put it past him. I tell you, the stories about Jeb, there's a long list of them.
Okay, I'm all in. Let's do this story. Let's get this story published. People need to know what's going on up here. I can tell you my experiences. Maybe it'll help with the information you've got already, and we can finally get something sorted with this guy.
Awesome. Well, why don't we meet in town tonight? We can have a beer and chat over things.
Yeah, okay. That sounds good. Fantastic. Right. Well, I'll see you later. Okay. Well, there we go. I can't sit by and let this happen. Let's expose this coward for what he is. Okay, here we are in town. Going to meet Sandy. We're going to meet her at this bar. A different place to where Daryl and April are. Which is interesting. Not been in here yet. Right, let's see what Sandy's got to say. Hey Sandy, how's it going?
Hey FSG, thank you so much for doing this. Like I said, I've been on my own doing this for the last couple of years. And every time I get to a point where I think I can pull the plug on them, pull the rug from underneath them, I get threats. I get told if I run these stories, I'm going to be sued, I'm going to be taken to jail, or worse. There's something really dodgy going on here, and I can't quite put my finger on it. But they know I'm onto them, and they're going to use any means necessary to stop me from publishing a story.
So I believe this is all kind of hinged around the mine, right? And what's happening up there?
That's right, the mine is owned by Jeb's brother. Now, Jeb's brother has gone missing. Nobody knows where he is. Before he left, the mine was put into a trust. It was losing money hand over fist. Jeb's brother was about to go bankrupt, so it was put into trust because there's believed to be a lot of gold in that mine, which is going to be hugely beneficial to the town if it's there. So, as you can imagine, that's something that somebody like Jeb would like to get their hands on, and he believes it's his by right, because it should pass on if his brother is no longer about. It should pass on to him in the family rather than be sold. So the trust is putting the mine up for sale, and unless Jeb's brother appears or we find out more information about where he is in the not too distant future, the mine is going to be sold. And I think Jeb would like to stop that at all costs.
Yeah, so I heard the story about Jeb's brother. He just, I guess, upped sticks and left when he was about to be made bankrupt. Probably running from the bank.
Well, that's the official story, but there's a whole another level of speculation. It's widely believed that Jeb killed his brother. Nobody can prove it. But killed him out of jealousy because he wants all of his assets to himself.
Wow. Okay. That's even more sinister than I thought it was. Well, she's got the information that I gave her, plus the stuff she knows already. I think she's going to publish that story, and all hell is going to break loose. Okay, it's been a long, long day. Let's head home for the night. Wait a minute. Is that the sheriff at Jeb's again? I think I might just go and see what's going on. I am asking for trouble, aren't I? He is always here. Right. I can hear them talking.
We had him, you idiot. He was off the streets. He was in the jail. You could have held him there for as long as you needed to make sure that paperwork was alright. What happened?
It was April, Jeb. April found the paperwork at mine, and she took it back to FSG.
Damn it, Dwight. How did she know it was there?
Listen, she knows more than you believe. Honestly, it's getting too dangerous. I need to back out of this. I've got my career to worry about.
Your career's done, my friend, I tell you. You'll never be a cop after this. Now you make this right, or you might just find that April might be having a little accident of her own.
Don't you touch her, Jeb. Don't you touch her. I swear to God.
What are you going to do, Dwight? Honestly. I own this town, and I own you too. Just remember that.